So we did some different things with lessons today because I threw out some different options because the weather's been really weird and right now it's looking beautiful. And nobody got stuck in my drive today, so that's good. Yay! But it worked out better for you to have this as an online resource instead, and that's completely fine. So we're going to get right into it. To begin with, we're going to work on Tilt-A-Whirl today because you have this sheet music for the other one. I don't, and yeah, you're going to have to bring it. We didn't have it in your lesson last week either, so you'll have to make sure that you bring that to your next lesson so that we can be working on that and really detailing it out. So since that was the case, we're going to be continuing on with working on Tilt-A-Whirl in your book. So I have that we did work on the Tilt-A-Whirl through measure 12 in my notes. Yay for notes. Okay, and so we're going to go beyond that today. Now, first, what we're going to do is review through measure 12. So I'm going to give you that video. And I should probably speak up a little bit because I remember that that was a thing and I hear myself getting quieter. So, Tilt-A-Whirl through the first 12 measures that we talked about last week goes like this, very slowly. Okay, see if your version sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that was the song through measure 12 that we discussed in your lesson. Now, just to refresh your memory, those are G chords, right? G, B, D, G, B, D, right? And then the little spin, right? Then the G chords again. Instead of it going up, it goes back. Okay. Then we have the G chords again. Now it's going down. Okay. So I'm going to show you that one. There at measure 7. B and its neighbor. And then A up. And then down. So this. Okay. So basically, up till that point, we have a G chord and a G chord. Going up. G chord. Going back and forth. And then G chord. Coming down, right? How do I say that? Because these are those G chords, right? Instead of, you can, okay, break them into different parts. Now remember that starting at measure 9, we have same, take that same and move it up and play. Okay, so it goes from C sharp and D to F sharp and G. Okay, moving on into measure 13. Now we have the same thing that we had at measure 9. Exactly the same. Exactly the same. Now we're going to go back and look at that section again. After you have the C sharp and D, the F sharp and the G, you have A, B, C, A, B, C, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. You take that and you move it one to the right, and you get B, C, D, B. Take that and move it one up, C, C. Take that and move it again. It just so happens that we have F sharps in this piece, so instead of doing it this way, we do it this way so that you have the F sharp. Okay, so you go A twice, B twice, C twice, D, repeat the F sharp instead of doing the whole thing twice. Then when you go to measure 19, you're back to the way that it was at the beginning. So I'm going to go ahead and go back through this section again. I'm going to do the pickup note to 13. So the last note of measure 12 and the first note of measure 13. It's hard to see that the way that my hand is tilted, right? A twice, add D in your left hand. Okay, now I'm going to play that section, last note of 12, going into measure 13. I'm going to play that section again where you could play along, okay? Will you be able to do that? Will you be able to play along like the first time? No, but you can go back through the video, and so that's one of the benefits of doing it this way, okay? So I'm going to do it again, assuming it's been a couple days, all right? So we're going to say the last note of 12, going into measure 13. Try to get my head out of the way. And it'll be 1, 2, 3. All right? That's what we would call the middle section of this song, or the B section, because it's not like the A section. It's not the original material. It's just a little transition going back to doing something again. So we would say this has ABA form, because it has the A, and then it all kind of fits together, and then we move to the B section. Right? You won't play it that fast, that's fine. It's just for illustration purposes. And then we go back to the A section at the end. So let's go ahead and play from measure 13, or rather measure 19, to the end, okay? And we'll get... So it does not add them. It doesn't have that part again at the end. It's really the most basic, simple part of the whole structure, okay? So I'm going to play through it one more time at kind of a performance, a slow performance tempo, so that you can play along eventually through the week and know what it needs to sound like in order to get the sticker on it next week, okay? So here we go. got that fermata on it, you hold it out, and then. And that's really the entire piece, all right? It's a tricky piece. You can hear the tilt-a-whirl in the and right, because sometimes it's going forward and sometimes it's coming back and sometimes it's coming around. So I think that they did an excellent job of giving the feel of a tilt-a-whirl, which is kind of cool for this piece. You definitely feel that push and pull the way that those notes were written. That said, it makes it a little bit tricky, right? Because it's inconsistent. It's not always going up, always coming down. The pattern keeps changing. So that makes this piece a challenge. If you have any questions about it that I didn't address, then let me know. Your special code word for this week is going to be Vienna sausages. Bet it's been a while since you ate those. Vienna sausages is the secret password in order to get your practice days. So make sure that you watch the video all the way to the end and be able to say Vienna sausages at your next lesson. That should be fun. And be able to play this one so that you stay up with this and bring the spooky, scary skeleton song so we can work on it. All right? I hope to see you in person next week. See you then.